Will Smith dropped his first movie and he did great. Bad Boys 4.
100.
Bad Boys 4 did the second best of all the Bad Boy movies.
Wasn't it 100 million?
I'm not even sure, really. I could look it up, though. But, yeah, what do you think about that? Like, is he back? Do you think he lived this down? Are people always just going to talk about it? What do you think? I think they're always going to talk about it. Let
me tell you something. In the words of the great Jim Carrey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, right, on some real shit. So the thing that made
56 million.
Will Smith even to make a comeback but never really even be gone was the fact that because he slapped dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so what I mean is, so the thing you're being remembered for is slapping Chris Rock. It's like, okay, you're going to have those people that be like, that's crazy shit. Then you're going to be like, oh, Chris Rock's a bitch. You know what I mean? So that's not going to, people who were ever saying that was going to damage him, to me, that was never going to be enough to damage Will Smith.
Yeah.
Then it shows you too the franchise still has power. Him and my Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Bad people, like, just think of all this stuff that went on all this time that went by and everything. They're still in, like, there's still an audience that wanted to see Bad Boys again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something else in itself. You know what I mean?
Will Smith's a mega star. And I know he's not a mega star, but he should be. But Martin Lawrence is one of the most talented people, in my opinion, one of the most talented people ever in Hollywood. He was an A-list stand-up comedian. He could have stopped there and been a legend. Like he could have been an absolute legend if he just stopped there. But then he went on TV and on a bootleg network was competing with like fucking Friends and shit. And then he went and did an A-list. He was an A-list fucking movie star.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question though too. So when you say that, so who would you say is another comedian that you would say is probably in the top same shit actor, whatever, or entertainer? Is there another one right? You would say?
I would say Jamie Foxx, but I wouldn't say Jamie Foxx was an A-list comedian, but I'm saying Martin Lawrence was an A-list comedian.
He was on in Living Color.
Right, so
Eddie Murphy.
So
Eddie Murphy was,
he was an A-list.
Eddie Murphy was the Blueprint.
He was an A-list comedian though. Like,
wasn't Richard Pryor the Blueprint?
Of course, come on.
Richard Pryor, I think,
because he was in movies.
Yeah,
he was a comedian.
Was he on TV? I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't know if Richard Pryor.
Well, he doesn't have to be on TV,
but he was a star. He was in hit movies.
Yeah, he's a hit
movie. He used to be on some specials and shit. But here's the thing:
he was in Superman. Hello.
No, he was in. I'm not saying. I'm just asking. Yeah.
But he used to be on this show called Flip Wilson and all these shows back in the '70s. Like he was on shows. But here's the thing: what you just said. So Martin Lawrence was a stand-up comedian. Now, Jamie Foxx was doing stand-up comedy, but not as long as like how Mark was doing it. See, shit was more things going on by the time Jamie Foxx started doing that, because that's how he got in it. He was doing stand-up comedy. And then he got in. But both of those dudes created impactful TV shows.
Yeah.
Right? And sayings on their shows that people use till to this day, and characters that are non-forgettable. You see what I'm saying?
Like Budweiser bit Martin, remember? What's up? What's up? With that Budweiser shit? That was Martin. Martin was doing that shit like 7 years before that shit.
Hey, Martin was the one who came out with Talk to the Hand.
Yeah.
That came from that show. You know what I mean? Talk to the Hand. How many people did that?
Hand.
That's Martin Lawrence. Like,
what's her name?
Come on, man.
Shanae.
That's even crazy. That's even crazy when you think about that. Talk to the Hand was Martin Lawrence show. You know what I mean? Hey, how many people were doing that? You know? Then that shit went gay. Oh shit! But it took its little turn. But man, Martin. But to go back to what you were saying, the movie, I haven't seen it, so I'm going to watch it. Have you seen it?
I know we're going to watch it.
We're going to watch it though.
Definitely.
I like both of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to see
I don't condone the slap.
That whole Will Smith shit didn't make me dislike Will Smith. It just made me feel bad for him. Like that's all that did for me. And yeah, I do think Chris Rock probably, You know, everyone's like, oh, he shouldn't have done anything. He shouldn't have done anything. I'm like, yeah, maybe not, but he still went backstage. He could have done something back there.
I don't know. He
You know
was
what I
just trying to take the high ground, is what we tell everybody to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or he could have caught up with him if it was like that. You know what I mean? It could definitely. They're both.
Chris Rock is not trying to be from the streets, and he's okay with his man.
No, but I'm not saying you have to be from the streets. I'm just saying you have to. You should go and talk to this motherfucker and be like, yo,
hey,
and be ready to fight him though.
He ain't Martin Luther Rock. You know what I mean?
Brother.
I'm just saying, if it happened to, if Will Smith went up on stage and smacked fucking who's someone we don't like, we would all be like, that guy's a fucking pussy. Facts. If it was, I don't know, who's someone we all don't like.
I think that I don't want to shit on Chris Rock for taking the high road. Like, I get it. Like, yes, I don't know what I would have done, but like, I'm not gonna shit on him for like doing what he did either. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not. Like,
hey, listen.
Yes, Big Shug. Big Shug.
So you don't know what you would have did.
Big Shug.
You don't know what you would have did if somebody slapped the shit out of you.
On that platform where I'm like in an award, like I don't know
But
what my
I would be so.
I don't know what my reaction would be.
I would be so enraged and embarrassed in the moment that I absolutely would 100% have fought Will Smith at the Oscars.
I don't know.
And
that's what I mean.
And it sucks, but I think it's like everyone's like, "Oh, Chris Rock just was professional, bro." If he would have slapped Will Smith back, no one in Hollywood
would have been like, "Oh."
No one in Hollywood would have been like, "Can't fuck with Chris Rock anymore. He's bad news." No, they would have been like, "He got slapped and he slapped the guy back."
No,
like,
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
And the fact that you say taking the high road possibly, so why did his brother come out and say, yo, if he had did that to me, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably said to their own brother. Yo, dude,
but if everyone's talking shit about your brother, you might just be like, yeah, I would have done this too. Like, I'll just say this. In situations in my life where I thought I would have reacted in a violent way, I have not. So I'm just saying, I really don't know how I would have reacted.
I recently, 2 days ago, acted in a violent way.
How about slapping?
So I know that it's still.
You still got that.
Yeah, I know that it's still in me and that I can't turn it off. And no matter how old I get and how much I know it should be turned off many years ago, I just cannot turn it off. And I can't imagine if that happened to me. If I saw him walking up, I would have been like, oh, I would have 100% thought he was joking around. Cool. Until he actually hit me, and then I would have had cartoon steam.
It would have been
coming out of my ears. I'm like,
start seeing. Here he comes.
He was so caught off guard. This is the lame part of the caught off guardness. He was so caught off guard. It's like, you know, it wasn't part of the show. Yeah. So part of you is thinking like, is this some funny shit they're gonna do?
I thought,
right? You know what I mean? But when he got close enough, first of all, he had to get close enough and to pull his arm back to slap fire at him. So once you did that shit, what was he gonna slap you in the arm?
And those are long arms. He went way back. Saying.
It's like he went into motion. Why? He was already, you know, I mean, come on, man.
And sometimes when those shit's happening, like literally, it's like slow mo.
Yeah.
It's like.
I'm gonna tell you.